I forgot to bring myself up. As y'all can tell, I'm not used to doing this. But welcome back to episode 18 of Open Dojo. I hope my mic is working. Can y'all hear me? Okay, cool. I hope my mic is working. It should be working. We're back. Episode 18. My brother Santo could not be here, unfortunately, personal things. So I'm gonna be holding down the fort myself. First time. We're gonna be struggling with this StreamYard. I'm just letting y'all know it's gonna be some trials and tribulations. It's gonna look ugly. But as per usual, we're here to have some fun. I'm gonna go ahead and get the business out the way real quick. Be sure to check out, obviously become a member. We got a bunch of exclusive content there. Check out all of that. Go to Patreon, even more exclusive content. Me and Riddell are supposed to be hopping back on these Game of Thrones reactions. So the people who have been watching that, please be tuned in. Me and Randa make content when we can. Santo has his top 10 so he can do it. He's obviously busy. Just hella, you know what I'm saying, raw behind the scenes content, maybe even some behind the scenes discussions coming soon. And then also feel free to join a Discord, join the community, be a part of the conversation. We be arguing in there. I be aura farming. I come through, say three things, leave. But it's a very fun space. We got a lot of people who are informed in a myriad of things. We got people who are informed in music, sports, you name it. Video games, Tank holding down the fort with the video games. We just have a really fun Blossoming community. Now that the business is out the way, it feels so weird not being able to ask Santo how's he doing. So I'll just tell y'all how I'm doing. I'm doing fine. I'm chilling. I've been grinding that Battlefield, and then Ninja Gaiden came out, so I've really, really been enjoying that. Outside of that, anime wise, I watched the Demon Slayer movie yesterday. If y'all remember, I know I'm hella late, but y'all probably remember from the main pod, I was a heavy critic of the Demon Slayer movie. I'm still critical. Obviously, animation, they nailed it. The music, the score, they obviously nailed it in that regard. All of the stuff you expect them to do, they nailed. The fights look great. I'd say my favorite fight was the Doma fight. I thought I thought that was cool, but just the Doma's effects with the ice looks fucking fantastic. It looked spectacular. My one gripe, and I gotta hate because it's Demon Slayer, the fucking backstories, bro. Like, Tanjiro, and I'm spoilers by the way. Like, it's been almost a month the movie's been out, and then it was out in Japan 2 months before that. So if you didn't pirate it or watch it in the theater, that's on you. But, bro, those backstories are fucking ridiculous. Like, they literally had, like, they beheaded Akaza. They took 40 minutes to do his backstory. Like, I had to go, like, usually when I go to the movies and I gotta pee, I'll like wait. Bro, his backstory was too fucking long. It was way too long. And then you have somebody like Shinobu where her backstory was 5 minutes, if that, 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It wasn't very long, but bro, I thought the fight was fantastic. The Akaza fight was fantastic, but I feel like if you could have skimmed out some of that backstory, me being honest, they could have and Sauce, shout out to you. I definitely fell asleep. But I fell asleep early. I fell asleep during the what's my boy's name? Zenitsu fight. Me being honest though, Sauce, after I've seen it, I feel like they could have cut some of the fat on Akaza's backstory. They could have probably finished the Doma fight in this movie. They could have probably hemmed that up, got Doma up out of there, and then instead of them having to make 3 movies, they could have done 2. They could have had Kokoshibo, you know what I'm saying? And then they could have had Muzan, the Sunrise Countdown, the Battle Royale, all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't think the movie was bad by any regard. And I feel like the cash grab label I put on it was kind of nasty. I do think they're after money, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's a smack in the face to the editors as far as like how far they're going to make like a good product, a good intellectual product. And I think they achieved that. I genuinely think they did. It's a reason why it performed so well in the box office. Just to name off some stats that I got at the top of my head. Number 1 international film, number 1 film ever from Japan. Number one animated film. I think it was top 5 box office this year. Demon Slayer is doing the damn thing. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm hating on Demon Slayer because I like it. I think it serves its purpose. No, I don't think it's the best thing in the world, but it serves its purpose. But I thought the movie was great. My critique is just the backstory, things like that. But other than that, hey, okay. It was cool. Not mad at it. My boy Zenitsu, though. His fight was short. He a dog. They did Tanjiro justice. That transparent world, it really gave me like Kuroko no Basketball zone. It felt like he was in the zone. That's like the animation style they kind of went for. I thought they nailed it. And then Doma, I can't wait until that smug fuck is dead, bro. Like I just can't. I hate him. To your point, Kai, I don't either. But what I'm hoping is, or what I'm kind of predicting is, they're going to do a similar thing with the backstories. So Kokoshibo's backstory, that also ties in with Yorichi, that might be an hour of the film. They might try to make that an hour somehow. And then what I'm really hoping they do is flesh out Muzan. The people who have read the manga, we know that Muzan is, Muzan's not a dog to me, respectfully. Muzan's not a dog. Like as far as like in terms of him, like the way he fights, he's not really that cool or anything. He's like an aura farmer. You get what I'm saying? But what they could do, since they're going all in on the backstories, that's right. We do get Inosuke's and his moms. Yeah, that's gonna be. They have some content they can do, but I really want to learn more about Muzan. I understand why he became a demon. He was sickly. You know what I'm saying? But there needs to be a little bit more attached to it, right? What has he been doing for 1,000 years? You understand what I'm saying? But outside of that, I'll give the Demon Slayer movie. I'll give it about an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I think it was cool. Next on my list is that Chainsaw Man Resi movie. I do plan on watching that. I was gonna see it yesterday, but I wound up just seeing Demon Slayer because I got to the theater real late. So that's the Demon Slayer news. I wanted to give y'all that update. Real quick, I want to touch on basketball. And I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to hop up. Now, I'm by no means, I watch basketball, but I'm not going to say I'm the most hardcore, I don't know everything about basketball, right? I know common sense. I know what's good and what's not, but I'm not going to act like I'm a basketball elitist. We're going to touch on VJ Jaden, but bro, Victor Wembanyama, bro, that's the devil. So I'm a Jokic guy. I call Jokic the devil. And shout out Jaden. What's good, my brother?
What's good?
Victor Wembanyama is literally Satan personified. If I'm going to make a very controversial statement, Saw, salute, my brother.
We're going. Am I clear? I'm in the car. Just want to know.
You sound good. If I see Vic play at this level for 5 more years, he's the best basketball player I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
Cook!
Bro,
I'm
last
sorry.
night was some of the craziest shit I ever watched.
And it's like, no disrespect to LBJ, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Michael Jordan. What I watched that nigga do last night, that shit literally felt like I was watching somebody that wasn't a human. That shit felt like an anime.
Bro, and it was who he did it to. He did Anthony Davis, probably one of the better defenders in the league.
Fuck, like, not even just him. Their front court, like, in general, is equipped to, like, stop him.
They're elite, like, defensively elite.
They can't stop him, nigga, just throw your hands up. I don't know who's going to stop that nigga, bro. I'm talking, like, defensive value and offense. Like, bro, he's a demon,
and on top of that, they had Cooper Flag at point. So you feel me? That's a whole nother body that you can throw at Vic on the floor.
Big body.
You feel me? And like my uncle was saying, like, shout out to his thought process, that he was basically saying like the reason Jordan looked so good doing the shit that he was doing because he was a smaller guard doing the shit that big man were doing, which was dominating the league.
Mm-hmm.
But if Vic is 7'4" and he's doing stuff that little guards have trouble doing, bro, he got it, bro. He got it.
Bro, it's even the shit. So there was like some, because people were ragging on AD, right? People were dogging on him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him one shot of bail where it's like you're gonna have to get used to guarding Wemby. You can't guard Wemby like everybody else. Like it's just the laws are not the same. You're gonna have to change how you play. So there was a couple possessions where I thought AD played like some solid defense, right? Cut him off from getting to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Fronting him, being strong. Bro, the nigga will just reach his arm over at an angle. Boop. I'm like, if the nigga
bro.
8-foot wingspan, he could just dunk it over your head. How the fuck do you stop that nigga?
And when I saw him that other possession when he was at the top of the key, and he got low, like real low, and he dribbled between his legs, stepped back.
Cooking up.
You got it, bro. You got it. Because
2K, we need some new SIGs. I see
that was the problem that some people have with his rookie year. Like, oh, he dribbled too high because he's so tall. If he's dribbling that low, you're not going to steal the ball because you're just going to hit wrist. You're going to hit arm. It's a foul. Bro,
but I'm talking like bitch was looking like it was on a string. Now, my one thing I did peep when I was watching his ball handle, he be kind of like when he's doing like left or right lateral movement while he's dribbling, that nigga kind of like leans on his ankles a little bit. I was noticing. Like,
yeah.
He got to be careful. You can't like you're already tall as fucking lanky. You really can't, you know what I'm saying? Put too much pressure on your ankles in those awkward positions. But bro, he's phenomenal, bro. Bar injury, I don't see nobody. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
You might have to get a Steph Curry ankle bands.
Bro,
Steph Curry ankle guards.
Bro, he's already a top 3 defender in the league, and he was
top 3.
Bro, yeah. He might be 1. I'm just saying top 3.
Top 1.
I'm just, if people have their grievances, I'm just saying top 3. I ain't trying to make nobody mad. Bro, the way he was moving on offense, bro, it's just, and he's talking about adding more shit to his game, bro. Like, bro, he's a sponge, and that's what I respect about him so much, bro. Like, he worked so hard this offseason, bro. He's working with Hakeem. He's working with KG. Nigga was working with Monk just to get his mental right, bro. Like, he is, like, a student of the game, bro, and I respect that so much.
And let me know if I'm tripping. That nigga didn't look kind of strong, too?
Bro, they said he put on some weight.
He was looking kind of strong. He was looking strong. He was looking very
he already
powerful.
Had the foundation. He already had the foundation. Chet don't got the foundation that Wemby had coming in. I was trying to tell people that all he got to do is build muscle onto him. He gonna be fine. And the Spurs in general, them 2 guards looking better too. Spurs looking dangerous, bro. Spurs looking good,
bro. They're just, bro. They're gonna be equipped to like compete with like OKC. Just with the amount of picks they have, bro. The young talent they have, bro. They're gonna be the next OKC, like hands down.
Yeah, I think it's RP for the league.
No 2Ks on 7. No 7 folks on 2K. I don't respect them, man. They ain't doing all that. Dog. They ain't doing all that. Dog.
Wemby, ooh. I
Shout
think
out
it's
DJ
RP for the league.
No. Shout out
DJ
Edgecombe.
I was kind of shocked to see he played more minutes than Maxey. So they giving him hella burn. They really going all in on him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's good. Freak athlete, can jump out of the gym. His jump shot is slow, but it was going in, so I really can't complain. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shout out. I was thoroughly shocked.
I'm a Sixers fan. I was highly upset that we did not draft Ace Bailey because we drafted Jared McCain last year. I thought we were good at guard. But I'm happy with VJ. He's an athlete, bro, and like he has a high motor, bro. Jump out the gym, and we kind of need that. Like we just need a freak athlete on our team. So I'm happy with it. He played great.
Get away from all of the jump shooting and be looking rusty. He didn't really play that much. I think he only played like 20 minutes,
bro. Yeah,
but I fuck with Embiid though. I love
Embiid, but he looked old last night. I'm not gonna lie.
But Jaden, I feel like this is like a cyclical story for him though. He'll come through beginning of the season, he'll look mids, and then he'll start killing, and then the unfortunate usually will happen after. So like I already have my preconceived notion of Embiid. I know what he's capable of. I know who he could be. It's just if his body can hold up. Didn't he lose like 20 pounds? I could have sworn he lost some weight.
He definitely lost weight. Lost weight. They want to make it better on his knees.
Hopefully that helps him out. I think the 76ers, people are kind of out on them. I think their future is bright. I think McCain, VJ, and Maxey, it's 3 guards, but they're all pretty fucking good, and they kind of provide different things amongst the 3 of them. You're going to get something different out of it. Like, Jared McCain is a movement shooter. That nigga's a demon. I fuck with McCain.
I do too, and
Um,
I feel like if he's gonna be our sixth man, oh my god, we're gonna be. I would love that him run with the second unit because he gets to it.
for sure. To ask
I
y'all,
can see
have
a.
you?
Oh, my fault.
Go ahead,
Go
Sauce.
ahead.
No, Sauce, go ahead.
I was gonna say I could see a world where him and Maxie are both leading the second group, and I could see that being like, saying y'all spark plugs off the bench,
Mm-hmm.
for real, for real.
Wait, you said
Cause
let
that
Maxi
look,
come off the bench?
yeah, like Maxie and McCants off the bench. I could see that happening in the future. I could see
You
that
wouldn't
happening.
you wouldn't do
I
VJ
don't.
and McCain?
I don't think they're
How
gonna
tall?
have Maxi
How
come
tall
off
is
the
VJ?
bench. VJ 6'4".
That's that may be why. Because Maxie's only like 6'1".
Yeah, he's 6'1", maybe 6 foot. Like he's
You
not
feel me?
big.
So it just depends on how you feeling. You feel me? Because you could see a rotation of all three of them being in the starting lineup, and I think that
I
would be
think.
cool too.
I think we're gonna have some lineups where we run three guards at times.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially against a smaller team like Miami, because we don't really
Yeah.
got nobody big for real,
Y'all
except
niggas is
Ware.
little in general though. Y'all team
Yeah,
small.
bro. That's why
Man,
I thought. That's why I
I'm
wanted.
just glad we got that terrorist off my team, man. Lock them
Who's
up,
your team?
Miami. Lock them up. Lock up that terrorist, man. I knew it. I
Terry
knew it.
Rozier?
I
Yeah.
knew it, mom. I knew it, bro.
Bro.
It's no way you play that bad. It's no way. It's
So
no
I'm
way.
glad you pivoted. You really believe that he's implicit in all of that? You think it was
No,
intentional?
I don't think it was all him. I don't think he was just doing it. It's definitely a reason for why he was doing it.
Sure.
Maybe he owed somebody some money. Maybe it was somebody above him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's very unfortunate because I do like Terry's game, and I feel like he
Mm-hmm.
would have been a good piece for us. But
Mm-hmm.
now we'll never know, and we'll never know if he was doing that on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
So, because I haven't read too much, Random was kind of giving us a scoop earlier. He's not found guilty or anything. They just arrested him for
No,
now.
no,
There's no
he just got
charges or
picked
nothing
up.
yet.
He just got picked up. It was Thursday, Thursday, Tuesday and Thursday gonna do the sweeps. They picked him
Yeah,
up, gave him charges. You feel me? Now we about to see if you guilty or not.
Got that
But
nigga at 6 in the morning.
that's
hey
crazy.
man, that's when they do them sweeps, man. Get you early.
Mhm.
You can't say
Yeah.
nothing. Can't do nothing.
And then
Is that kid?
Chauncey, they got Chauncey too. But Chauncey shit is crazy. I don't know if Terry Rozier and Chauncey are in the same group. Chauncey's wrapped in with the mafia and shit.
Yeah. That shit is
That's
ridiculous.
crazy. That's crazy because wasn't Gil? Isn't that what he got arrested for? Being with the
Yeah.
mafia or something?
Gil, I hope you was telling the truth, my brother. I hope it doesn't. Ooh,
That boy Gil ain't
Yeah,
got nothing to
they're
do with me.
yeah. Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon.
Is
good
that kid?
afternoon.
You
It
can't.
is Kent.
That
I'm gonna
Yeah,
is
go
this
on mute,
me.
Ken.
man. Y'all got it. Yeah, I'm gonna go on mute, man. You got it, bro.
What?
I ain't
What? Are
got
you?
what, man. I ain't even got nothing to say, man. What's wrong?
They think you
Wait.
with
I
the
know you
crash,
got
Kent.
something to say.
Kent, did you see the 100th episode?
Yeah. No, come on, Miles, man. I've been watching since the PC anime days. I ain't missed the episode since. Of course I
So,
saw
so,
it, man.
so you're not mad?
Listen, I do you, okay, like Mike Tyson once said, you expect people to be themselves and you need to accept that. Listen, it is what it is, man. I think I was at this point, I've accepted the feelings of the mass majority of BSS about Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, as far as 100 manga and 100 anime, I failed to see, because I think I did leave a comment in there. I failed to see how Zach Bell didn't clear
I
top
commented Zatch Bell
100.
too.
Yeah,
So I'm
I don't know
I'm
how
glad
it
you
didn't
actually
make it.
brought that up. I'm glad you actually brought that up. I wanted y'all to kind of, or and whoever else comes up here as well. What are some anime y'all or manga y'all think we just outright forgot?
I said Zatch Bell after the pod was over. I
Zach,
went back
yeah,
and I commented.
Zach.
Zach Zach Bell is one. As far as like a top 100 series, in my personal opinion, I do think Twin Star Exorcist should have been somewhere probably 80,
That's a good
90s,
shout.
if not
That's
higher.
a good shout.
That was on
Um,
my list,
I
but there wasn't
agree.
enough
That's a
of
good
us.
shout.
But I had that on my list.
yeah, I do think I think a lot of people didn't watch it. Another one that I don't really know how people felt about it, but Seraph of the End, I thought was a really good. Yeah, I
Lonnie
thought
had
so.
that.
Yeah, Seraph of the End was a really good anime. So, Those are just a few. And of course, Yu Yu Hakusho not being top 10 is preposterous, but that's neither here
Listen,
nor there.
in their defense, they did have it on a list when they went back and double checked. AI just fucked it up.
So yeah, the problem was, and we kind of ignored Riddell. He told us to be very specific about the naming conventions because if the names aren't exactly the same in our list, the AI will count it as a different entry. So there's some anime that were like not accurately ranked at all because just some of our votes just didn't count. So like Yu Yu didn't make the top 100. It actually would have, but I don't think all of us named it the same way. So that's what fucked it up.
The
They all had
district.
it pretty. I think everybody had it over top 50 too, so it probably would have been real high.
Yeah, no, everybody had it ranked really decently, to be honest.
It should have been ranked top 10. That doesn't matter, but that's neither here nor there.
I do hate the fact that I didn't see the initial D on that bit though. That one kind of hurt. That hurt my spirit a little
I
bit.
think Santo's it was only Santo that put initial D, and then Dan, to touch on what you said, Lonnie put the Record of Ragnarok on there. So, and I'll just speak for myself in this situation. I didn't try to hold too many anime or manga back based on their like other adaptations, but the Record of Ragnarok anime is so bad, bro. I did not feel comfortable putting it on my list. Where I think that anime is horrible. And I've read the manga; episodes. It's good, but the anime is just horrible. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Oh, that's what I've been meaning to tell you. Because I know you said you don't like the Baki anime as well, right?
So I like the first anime where the 5 prisoners break out and stuff.
Yeah.
After that, like after the tournament with him and his pops, the old man and all of that stuff, I don't like any of the ones after that now.
I'm more of a fan of the original Baki than anything else that Netflix came out with.
That's real.
But and then I don't know if it's just there's hella spinoffs. They have like the Biscuit prison one. I started losing track. I'm like, what do I need to watch and what doesn't matter?
Yeah, that's true.
Biscuit's cool. Or is that his name? Yeah, Biscuit Oliver. He's cool, but I don't know if I want to watch a whole series about him taking niggas' booty in jail. That's basically what he be doing.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
I didn't watch
See what I mean?
I didn't. But see, the thing about the season after season 1, I appreciate like the detailed breakdowns of fights. You feel me? Like breaking down the punch and why he threw the punch and all that stuff. But the record of Ragnarok, it was cool for the most part, like the anime, but like the slideshow was definitely annoying. So
bro, it has so much potential, bro. So much potential. Like the concept is some of the coolest shit I ever seen, bro. And they just fucked it up.
The one fight I think they did. The manga's way better, I'll say that. Okay. The one fight I think the anime did do good was Jack the Ripper versus Hercules. They did that pretty. That was as good as you can ask for. A fight. And then what's his name? Lu Bu versus Thor. That was also pretty good. But that was a shorter fight, so that kind of leads to the context of why.
Did anybody have the to the abandoned stranded beasts on their list?
No. I'll say the people who had the most like out there lists was me, Lonnie, and Random. Like we had series that were like
I figured
that were close to us that nobody else would have, so it kind of fucks up the rest of the list.
W Beyblade. W shout to
I had to put Beyblade.
Ryuga is my favorite Beyblade character. He's
I gotta get back on demon. I gotta get back on Mushishi because I saw you had it like number 12 or something. I gotta get back on that for sure.
To anybody that follows me on Twitch, that's my profile pic. And Mushishi's an easy watch. Like there's no action or anything like that. It's just like a supernatural. You're just going around talking to people, learning about their situation. It's a real smooth, easy listen. I smoke.
Ask your mother. Oh,
light something up. You smoke. You kick it. Psyche K was on my list, Dan. It might have been on somebody else's list. And then Tokyo Ghoul and Promised Neverland. The only thing I can tell you is that we're biased, right? We obviously know those animes are horrible, but there's that bias. Like I don't think Record of Ragnarok anime or manga, excuse me, is as good as those other two's manga either. So it's not really the same kind of comparison. before we hop into the family feud, man. And the family feud's easy. This is not. I'm not putting y'all through hell. It's a nice little
Yeah. Oh, I
easy
thought I
breezy.
was on mute this whole time. My fault, fellas.
You're good. Has anybody read the One Piece yet?
No, I have
Nah, I
not.
don't.
Nope.
Y'all
I
niggas
haven't.
are
I've
sad.
seen the leaks.
But see, I will say this though, because of my love for the show and because of just me getting more in tune, I have made it up in my mind that I see me, Miles. I've never been a manga guy, but
Mhm.
I've made it. I've kind of made my decision that coming around after my birthday towards the end of the year, I think I'm gonna start collecting manga. Now, of course, this being me. I'm not buying nothing else before I buy the Yu Yu Hakusho manga.
Mhm.
But after I get the complete set of that, then I'm gonna start venturing into like some of the animes that I have watched, and then like recommendations and stuff like that. But so I think it'll give me a nice read because as y'all fellas can clearly attest to it, the way the shape of this world is, I much rather read manga than check the news every day.
Yeah, on a political tip, yeah, we do live in a tumultuous world. It can kind of be like depressing a little bit. I'm kind of the opposite of you though. I think I said that on the main show as well. I'm done with reading. Like if it's not One Piece, the only things I consistently read right now are One Piece, Marshall King, Chojin X, and Blue Lock. If it's not those four, I'm not reading it. I can't. I'd rather watch it and then like as I've grown older too, man, throw that dub on. Throw that dub. I'll listen to it in English because I like to be like a little AFK while I'm watching. I can't devote my time to looking at the screen reading the subtitles. Like I'm too old. I'm too busy. It's over with. To touch on the One Piece though, I'm not going to dive into the chapter or anything because y'all really haven't seen it. But I'm going to speak to y'all about a couple. One theory mainly. I want to hear some of the One Piece heads' opinions because I know y'all are tapped in. But Miles, what about JJK sequel? Am I not reading that? Fuck JJK. I'm good.
I mean, that shit is boring.
I haven't even looked at it.
So before I go into the One Piece, Kai, like, what's your opinion on it? Because what made me almost get interested in, I saw a panel where it looked like Mahito might be back. That might draw me back in. But outside of that, it hasn't been engaging. So what are your thoughts? How do you feel about it?
What I've realized like about a lot of new anime, for me at least, and I think I kind of appreciate Yuji a bit more now.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle to get like attached or like find main characters interesting. Like these are the two characters, Maki and Yu's grandkids or kids like that.
Yeah.
I just don't find them that interesting. Like there's nothing about them to me that like comes off the page, but yeah, I want to follow their journey. There's nothing about that. Whereas Yuji was kind of like an interesting concept. Like the story started off with him, like you're gonna die, so you might as well just help. Like you're gonna die, so you might as well help us. And he's kind of like your typical shonen like protagonist who can fight through all the pain. Like he wants to protect his friends and stuff like that. It's kind of, I don't feel like a lot of shonen do like just the basic thing anymore, unless it's just me. But they're just not interesting.
So you would prefer they go like a callback to form, just a simple "I want to be X, Pirate King, Hokage." You like that archetype more than these more like serious tone shown in the anime?
I feel like it's just kind of like not only just like the most successful, but I feel like that's what most people have like the best attachment to.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like my Goku's like he's like my top 5 favorite character. He doesn't want to be the strongest, but like he's just a charismatic character who just wants to proceed and improve. I feel like main characters who are like realistic to like what we are like in real life, that's just kind of what you're gonna find easiest thing to watch and like relate to.
Anybody agree? Disagree? I agree.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I agree because it's definitely easier to get behind characters like a Naruto, like especially for somebody who was a loner, who just didn't like attract people and stuff. You feel me? It's easier to get behind those characters for sure. The thing about the JJK manga, as well the new one at least, they just don't have any appeal to want to follow them because the people that they came from were more appealing. You know, Maki is more appealing than her grandchild. Yuta's more appealing than his grandchild. So it's kind of weird, you know. And then I think the only reason I'm still reading it right now is because I saw a panel of Yuji and he was like 87. He was buff as hell, so I want to see that. I don't know if it was real or not, but I do want to see that.
That Mahito
So
panel
that's
almost made
really
me
the only
read
reason I'm
it.
sticking
I
around.
almost read it.
So
Jaden, that
I
Mahito
still
panel
haven't
made me
seen that. So
bookmark
hopefully
it.
we get this.
Like I almost opened that thing up.
No cap, because that was fire too. That was
It got
fire too.
upgraded
No
from
cap.
sleep
So
to bookmark.
And I haven't really been hearing anything like spectacular about the manga until I seen that Mahito panel, and that was going like viral on my Twitter.
Everything that I've seen like viral or spectacular about it
has been old JJK stuff.
It's been exactly. It's been in relation to older characters. Oh, this guy might be as strong as Sukuna.
Yes.
Oh, Mahito's back.
Yes.
It's nothing about these new characters they're introducing, which I'm going to use this to kind of, and we're going to come back to One Piece, but I'm going to use this to segue into my propaganda. We got to start talking about Boruto, boys. We have to.
See, this is why I didn't want to miss this episode, because I want to have a conversation about this. I do. I really do. Because I want to see where your head is at, Miles. And I may agree with you, or I may not.
So that's we got two topics. I'll let y'all pick one. We have the because I have two things prepared. I have a family feud prepared. That's like a more fun, lighthearted. We'll do teams. We'll get through that. Or we can do the father-son duos. I gotta find the PowerPoint. PowerPoint is made. We can go through that. And then that'll include the little bit of Boruto propaganda, which I'll probably get into anyway. But in short, Kai, the thing that Sauce, and this is going to be an extremely spicy hot take. I'm ready to. I can debate it live though. I'm ready to debate it live. I find Boruto, because of his circumstances, more interesting than both Naruto and Sasuke. I genuinely do. I think they've done a great job in curating a character that has all of the positive aspects of Naruto and all of the positive aspects of Sasuke without any of the negatives of either character. I think there may be some things that we can say that he does get wrong, but when we're talking about how he carries himself, A1. Maturity, A1. Loyalty to his friends, A1. Power, drip, skill set, A1. I think, and this is 2 Blue Vortex, Boruto, by the way. I think this second half iteration, if I'm comparing Naruto to Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, I think Boruto from regular Boruto to 2 Blue Vortex clears Naruto as far as like an evolution as a character. Like, he's still the same person, yes, but as far as like his demeanor, how he goes about things, his motives, I think he's developed as a character way more than Naruto could have dreamed of, at least from Naruto to Shippuden. Now, by the end, we get a fully realized Naruto, and it all comes full circle. But this point that Boruto's in, bro, to me, he's a top protagonist. He's amazing. He's literally amazing.
You won't hear no argument from me. I've been glazing Boruto since 2 Blue Vortex been coming out. Even before that, I was loving Boruto. So
I liked it before, but 2 Blue Vortex drastically shifted my perception.
This is what I'll say into response to what you said, Miles. The first part, I agree with you on. Because I always said that I like Boruto more in the beginning, like when Boruto was first introduced, that I like Boruto more as a kid than Naruto, because Boruto has to understand how to actually have a skill set as a shinobi, where Naruto necessarily didn't need to, because of he could have overwhelming strength. You feel me? Now on top of that, he was also just cooler. So now when we get to the Blue Vortex, right? You're right. They gave him everything and none of the bad stuff. The only bad thing I could say is probably when he made the decision to go to the spot where and Juro came to found him. Yeah, that's probably the only bad decision he made, and that's a little Naruto of him.
That's the Naruto one.
Go save my friends. Go save my friends no matter what. And that's real. I can't knock him for that. So everything you said, I agree with. Now the only thing that I would push back on is him clearing from.
Okay, that's fine.
From Naruto to Shippuden, and from Boruto to Blue Vortex. That's the only thing I will push back on. But even then, I would say he's better too, because the circumstances that he is in, is way more drastic than what Sasuke did. Because Sasuke did it to himself. First of all, that was his decision. And two, he kind of is going through what Naruto did, but Naruto went through something that was true. Like, yeah, you do have the nine tails in you. We're scared of you. Boruto didn't do shit. So, yeah, I agree with that, Miles. I do agree with you.
And I'm glad you said that. If you were to put, I'll use Sasuke, right? If you were to put Sasuke in Boruto's shoes, we already saw Sasuke go rogue for way less. If this would have happened to Sasuke, there would have been no point of return, right? So when this did happen, I was expecting them to kind of, when this did happen to Boruto, I was expecting for them to kind of go down that route of him almost being a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? But from the first interaction we see him, he's like, yeah, I know this is fucked up, but Kawaki, I forgive you, homie. You still my brother. I was like, oh, wow. This nigga talking like a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I distinctly remember when the last Tet came out, right? When the last Tet first came out, people were pissed at Naruto. Naruto was still a lame. You know what I'm saying? People were hoping, yo, he might grow his hair back. He might be like Minato. People were hoping he'd be more like his pops, right? Like, still Naruto, but a little bit more cooler. I feel like with Boruto, we're getting exactly what people were asking for at that time. We have a cool blonde-haired protagonist. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't like that cool shit.
What? You don't?
Nah. I like.
Go ahead and talk. Spit.
Characters, and this might just be like a narrative thing, but characters like how Boruto is now, Itachi, Sasuke, not emo.
I don't like Itachi,
but like they. It's like they're trying to act cool, like they're forcing themselves to act cool. I don't like characters like that. For some reason, something like so. Boruto started as like this gifted. He started out as like a gifted kid, like already. I don't mind that. And then when he saw like the cheating aspect, where he could start using like the scientific ninja tools to like just find like a shortcut, I was still okay with that. I like that part as well. Cause I'll be part of his character development to find ways to like be like a proper ninja. My problem is he goes through things like Sasuke does, and then he kind of goes like, now when like everyone forgot him and like they saw him like as an enemy, kind of that's like similar to what Naruto does at the start as well, like, when he is like Kurama. I think my problem is he doesn't actively try to spend time with his dad when it was available.
You blaming the child for that? That's Naruto's fault.
Wait. I gotta push back for that. Because this is one thing I will say about the anime. It pushed Boruto a lot, for sure. Because Naruto just wasn't available, and even when he was available, it just wasn't good timing. Like, he was available, and the other dude pulled it. What's his name, Miles? The dude that could shrink shit. What's his name? The one Kawaki powers he can use. Jigen. Facts. So when it was time then, but Jigen pulled up to the crib. That's a bad time. It's not time to talk to you, pops. So, and on top of that too, everything that Boruto, up to this point now of him having that cool factor, like, it's not forced, because we saw it in the anime. Like, him just having an invisible Rasengan, him understanding, like, when he went to the Hidden Mist village, and him diffusing a situation that could have changed the ninja world entirely, and he did it by himself, like fire. You feel me?
Yeah, like, Kai, I actually disagree with you on the Boruto being like the edgy force character. I think the character that's actually holding the series back is Kawaki. I think Kawaki is terrible,
especially after that last chapter. That made me mad, bro.
He's literally a thug. Lock him up.
He's talking about, you gonna make me stronger. Like that what you got to bet on, making me stronger or me dying. Like, what?
Sauce, they was having such a casual convo. He's like, yo, Amado, what you see? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, they're cordial right now. That nigga said, I need some power. He grabbed yoked that nigga up. I said, damn. Like, y'all were just chilling and now you're choking him out. So to me, the character, he needs a better foil. Because right now, to me, Kawaki's holding that story back. There's no his character.
At this point, I need Mitsuki to come back and like take over as
Yeah.
the series. Because
Mitsuki come back and do what?
At this point, I just don't like Kawaki because
Yo,
you're
chill.
cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating the game, bro. Like Young Thug said, how could you go against the grain? You're not even training, bro. You just cheating at this point. So it's I don't know.
They're not doing anything right with Kawaki. He's sitting on his ass, first of all, just getting power boosts. Yo, just take my limiter off, nigga. Take my shit off right now.
Yeah, he's getting spoon fed.
So he's getting the shortcut to power. You know what I'm saying? He's just pretty much a jerk to everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. He's just a dickhead. You got what you want. You're still a dickhead. I don't know what they plan on doing. He's worse than Dan. I'm not gonna lie. He's worse than He's worse.
You are cooking. Like
he's worse.
I don't like from his reveal, because that's what made me start back watching the anime when he got revealed. So like now he has a drastic drop off, bro. Like he just I don't even like seeing him no more. Like why are you being this mean? Like you wanted this shit. Like you goofy man. like what?
What's Ino inside son name? Inojin?
Inojin.
Yeah.
He's a better character than Kawaki.
Facts.
How? I don't see how that's possible.
I think Kawaki's problem is
they're using the love interest angle to push him, but Kawaki, you're meant to be either the big bad or the main rival, whatever. You're meant to be the Sasuke. You're meant to be the Bakugo, the Vegeta. You're like, this is the shoes you got, the Blackbeard. These are the shoes you gotta fill. And he's not, he just can't.
I think that might be the problem there. They actually might not know what to do with him.
Yeah.
Because you kind of given like Boruto like a bit of Sasuke struggles and a little bit of Naruto struggles. So now you have Kawaki and kind of like,
well, Boruto's OP too. Boruto's OP, bro. Like,
I think the problem is that you can see the changes from Boruto from part 1 and now. You can't see that with Kawaki. He's damn near the same character, just older.
Yeah,
I don't even think he's the same character. I don't think he's the same character. I just think he got worse.
I think he
he was better before. It was a lot better before their time skip.
Yeah, he definitely regressed for sure. And I think a lot of his regression is because Boruto's not there. All of his best scenes were when Boruto was there. He's just carried by Boruto. But yeah, I think Boruto's fantastic though. Like I think he's a fantastic character. Jorah's actually starting to grow on me.
Facts.
Go ahead, Sauce. My fault.
Your character in my book, at least.
Yeah, I think Boruto's good.
The one thing I like about Boruto is like how he's holding himself, like with everything that's going on with him in the second half. He lost his mom, he lost his dad, he lost basically all his friends. Everybody hates him, where he comes from, all his loved ones, and the way that he like holds himself in this, I really appreciate a lot.
Do you think if it would have been better if Kawaki didn't lock away Naruto, and you had like Naruto on the outside who had forgotten Boruto as well and seen Kawaki as like his actual son? So maybe Kawaki and Naruto would have built their like a better relationship. Maybe you would have seen a bit more of like an actual like father-son role, and you see
that would have been
what Boruto almost had
that
before.
Would have been a crazy twist to
gone.
That would have been a crazy twist to see from Boruto's point of view.
That's what I was going to say.
Like Naruto and Kawaki having a better relationship than him and Boruto, than him and Naruto.
That would have pushed me to, like I said,
from Boruto's point of view.
That would have pushed Boruto to darkness, bro. I'm sorry. You didn't have no time for me. Now this new nigga, now like that I would have crashed. If I was Boruto, I would have crashed.
And that would have been a moment. And that would have been a moment that Momo took over his body for sure. And that could have been a different angle. You definitely right, Kai, for sure.
But then I feel like you could have made Kawaki into like a pretty jealous like character. Like he's enjoying like because he's in the anime, he had like his that abusive father and everything. I feel like if you had Kawaki enjoy like that true father time with Naruto, and then when you see Boruto trying to like take it back, that's when you see Kawaki start to have a problem, and then you build your way slowly to like how Boruto started with them on top of like Naruto's face or something, like a You got that jealous little girlfriend or something. I don't know.
There needs to be something to push this guy forward. I think like adding Naruto would have changed the story a lot, but I think that would have probably been the only thing that would have built Kawaki up. Because right now it's just seeming like he got everything he wants, but it's still not enough. And then also this obsession with the Otsuki thing, like it's lame. It's a lame goal. I gotta kill all the Otsuki. I gotta kill all the Otsuki. I gotta exterminate all the Otsuki. Otsuki. Like we get it. Like bro, I get it, bro. Like I don't want to hear that shit no more. You like have an actual goal. Like, and if you want to beat them so bad, go do some push-ups, my nigga. Pull-ups. Go jog. Go do something. Like he's not doing anything. He just has this fake goal. And that might be a problem with Boruto as a whole. I guess Boruto's goal is getting his life back, but right now it's very undefined what everybody wants. We don't know what Boruto wants. We don't know what Ido wants. We don't know what Sarada wants. We don't know what any of these tree monsters want. It's just a lot of nonsense. But I think they're kind of making their way a little bit. I thought last chapter was really good in explaining why Sarada and the class president can kind of see through the omnipotent. I thought that explanation was good. I thought it developed not only the three female characters, but Damon, the little brother. I feel like he developed too from that situation. So I thought all of that was nice. Just waiting on Kawaki at this point, man. And then to the last thing to touch on Boruto, I really appreciate how they're going through the route of having Boruto learn the people's techniques who came before him, right? Like outside of the coolness factor of him learning flying Raijin, it's like you have a whole grandpop who had jutsu. I'm glad they're giving that to him. I'm glad he's learning all of Naruto's jutsu. I'm glad he's learning all of Sasuke's jutsu. Like we don't need to just have these things be in the past for no reason. Pass all of that shit forward.
His Rasengan the coldest too in history.
His Rasengan is cold. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely fuck.
I think I wanted to see him train that because we don't know how Minato did it. Yeah, we don't know how Minato learned like the flying Raijin, and because like Boruto had to use like a different type of way to use it because he's not as efficient as Minato. I think that would have been a nice way to see how Minato would have developed it, and this is Boruto's new way of developing it. I think that's what I'm missing personally. I want to see these characters learning these things. Like when it came to Rasengan, like we saw what it took Naruto to go through it and learn that. We saw like how long it took him to control Kuruma's power. Sasuke had to go through a lot of battles in learning his Sharingan and then getting the EMS. Like, I think I just want to see Boruto go through some of that stuff, which I think we saw in part 1. But like the new stuff we have now, maybe I could cut a little flashback of just how he developed that, like those moves. That would be nice to see.
I actually agree with Kai because his new move is actually like the foundation of it is actually ridiculous.
With the Uzuhiko, planets,
and how it works is actually like ridiculously strong.
Like, how did you just learn to do that?
Well, how they described it is he learns it in the future, and they use the Kashin Koji's his power so he can kind of like image train it and just learn it through that. What you guys are asking for though, we're gonna get it. It's just not gonna be. I think jutsus are beneath Boruto. I think that's like elementary for him. But when it comes to him using his karma and then his ocular jutsu that they haven't touched on yet, that's where we're gonna be him kind of have to struggle and learn and figure, his little shit out. That's what we're waiting.
They tie the Jogan in
because I don't know. Yeah, the Jogan. Maybe they forgot. It hasn't been brought up ever again. So
did it appear in the manga?
I don't remember, Kai. I actually don't remember.
It appeared in part 1.
In the manga?
Yeah.
In the manga sauce?
I'm not in about it.
Because anime, I know for sure. Anime for sure it appeared.
I think it might have been the Momoshiki fight. Right?
But
I don't know how you introduce a new eye like that in the anime, but then it's just not present in the manga. So,
I mean, we got one new eye, and they did it pretty well. So, like, I'm gonna give them. They haven't disappointed me yet. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because Jigen's new ocular jutsu, that's the Sakona Hikona, long ass name. That shit's fire as fuck. And yeah, it's kind of just Ant-Man, you know what I mean? Like just shrinking shit. But the application and how he was using it was really, really, it was really cool. It was really, really cool. So Hopefully the Jogen's cool. And then to answer Zay's question, I guess we can kind of discuss this together. Does the Boruto never mind. Fuck my question. Super chat. Yo, now Crunchyroll removed Claymore. What the fuck? I actually didn't know that, but I'm not mad at them. The Claymore anime, it was alright. And then it didn't really go that far, so it's like, and you just read that thing. If you read it already, read that thing again. Claymore is really good. I recommend it. I think I had an 8 on my list. And then Zay's question was, is the Boruto female cast better than the Naruto female cast? What do y'all think?
Ooh.
The Boruto female cast, I guess, would be Ida, Delta, Himawari, Sarada, the class president, and I think that's it.
I want to say yeah. I just feel like we see them more.
What was the question?
I'm with them more than the original females. Besides Sakura, I didn't see them that much. I feel like.
I think Tsunade is the best female in Shippuden, or
Really?
just like Naruto in general. Yeah, I think they give us a lot of her, like with Jiraiya, Dan, her fear of blood, the little backstory with the free Sanin, how she sees Naruto. Like, I think they gave us a decent amount of
stuff with Madara. Yeah.
I agree.
The question sauce was what was better between the female, or what's better between the female cast of Boruto and the female cast of Naruto? What's the better cast?
I would definitely say the Boruto cast is better. Yeah, overall they got it for sure. Because like I was actually going to ask you, Miles, about the situation that just happened with Ida, Sarada, and Sumera. Because that's interesting to me to see like how that dynamic is going to play out. Because she did say that she didn't mind dying to their hands. I just think
I thought that was very interesting. Where she was like, if you guys were to kill me, I wouldn't care. And then she was like, she subconsciously excluded them from the jutsu because she wanted them to be her real friends. Like, to me, that's character building that we need for Kawaki. They made me change my entire perspective about that character with just one chapter.
Facts. That's no cap. That is no cap. Because I was like, I kind of like her now. Like,
I like her a lot now.
Like, I kind of
She's
like
cool people.
Like, you feel me? And I already want to see her brother in action so much. So it's like we're probably gonna get that for sure. Now,
he's ready too.
I think
he be itching for a fight. He be itching.
He's thirsty for some hands. He's ready.
bro, his power is like some of the most broken stuff in anime, bro. Like,
bro, he damn near has an affinity. Like it's like he damn near has Gojo's powers. No bullshit.
His shit's low-key better than Gojo.
No, it is.
Because right now we don't know if there's any way to bypass that. It doesn't seem like if he's making contact with somebody, you can't interact with him. That's kind of crazy.
If you have I think it's like if you have a killing intent towards him or something, you can't do anything towards it. It's just
man, his shit's crazy.
But I was looking at the
man. They cooking, man.
I was looking at the Naruto female cast, and I think besides Tsunade,
yeah, Tsunade's great. Like what you said about Tsunade was great, but like when it comes to like, I enjoy like the class rep and Sarada and Boruto's dynamic way more than like Sasuke and Sakura. Like, I don't know.
It's just a failing of Kishimoto.
I do it
because in part one, I think like the Ino Sakura in part one, that was brilliant. Like it to your face, it's a cat fight. Their dialogue tells you it's so much more, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought the Hinata Neji dynamic was really, really good too. Like Hinata struggling with her being in the head family, but weaker than somebody in the branch. Her finding her resolve through her love for Naruto and Naruto believing in her, and all of that stuff. And then Neji kind of being the counterpart to like you're nothing, and her having to overcome that. I thought that was great. Tamari, 10-10.
Could have done something with Anko.
Anko, they made her fat.
Fail.
Yo, I wanted so much more from her from like Naruto. Oh my god, that shit disappointed me growing up so bad.
Kishimoto just flopped, man. I don't know what he just flopped. I don't know.
The
There's
only
nothing
one
about
for
character
real,
we're missing.
like the only one
Because
for
of
real
her,
besides Tsunade is like Sakura, and probably red hair shorty, Karen.
yeah.
That's it. Like that's after
I
that,
like
like it's,
I like Chio when she was on the screen.
Chio was
I did
good.
like Chiho. That's probably that's one of my favorite fights in the series. Period.
It
Like,
goes
they
back to
had
what we said on the main pod, though, man. I don't even think it's just a female cast problem. Naruto has a weak ass fucking cast, like comparative to like other anime of its size, anime and manga of its size. The Naruto, the cast is great. Shippuden, that shit falls off. It does. It does.
not Shippuden. I'll give you that. That's why I say what Shippuden is, man. It's an A
Even
minus.
Kiba was cool. Like Kiba was cool in part one, low key. Like they just threw all of those characters to the wayside. We didn't get nothing from them. Meanwhile, in Boruto, I got bum ass Inojin as an actual fucking character with a motivation and growth, like of all people. It's crazy to me. I don't know.
Actually, looking forward to seeing his new jutsu. Like,
Well, yeah, they said it's like a different application of the mind transfer. They're gonna have that boy cooking. I want to pivot to the One Piece real quick, and then we'll do the Family Feud, and then it should be time for us to head up out of here. The One Piece thing I wanted to run by all of y'all though. I've been seeing all of the theories about Emo's ability because if y'all seen the leaks at all, at least we know that she uses Dami Reverse yet again, right? And this is now the third person that she's done Dami Reverse to. So the kind of popular theory that's going around is it's related to the homeland, right? Dami in reverse in Latin means like return home. And then the people we see to get used on, which are Rocks, Harold, and then like Dory and Bragi and the rest of the giants, they've all kind of been from the same, or they're at their homeland. Rocks' homeland is God Valley, their homeland was Elbaf. And that's where they were kind of turned. I don't like that theory. The other coincidence that they all have, none of them have devil fruits. And I think that's the important aspect. And what made me think that's the important aspect is it finally gives me, because mind you, I'm not true. This is all headcanon for now. But it gives me a reason for why Blackbeard has a crew of all devil fruit. I didn't understand it until now. Time and time again, the entire concept of this world has been, or since it was introduced, is that hockey transcends everything. It doesn't matter how strong your fruit is. If your hockey's strong, hockey will overcome. Roger conquered the world with hockey. Hockey this, hockey that. Why would Blackbeard want a crew with all devil fruit niggas, right? We know he's not an idiot. We've seen the plans he's kind of gone through, and we've seen what he's gotten to with his plans. A Yonko, 2 fruits, etc. I think that devil fruit shit is the reason why Emu can't take niggas. I genuinely think it is. I just want to hear what y'all guys think about the Dami reverse. And how do you feel about Emu?
I was gonna say, do you think that? Alright, so do you think that could backfire on Shanks?
What, like maybe he gets turned?
No, because his crew, there's no
devil
fruit users, and well, from what we've known so far, what we learned in Egghead is because the world is going to flood, isn't it? Eventually, so that could be a reason why he's got a crew of no devil fruit users, but that could later be like a con, because if this theory is true, that Emu's got her power, or his power can turn people who don't have devil fruits, so that could go against. And then you'd have it would kind of be like kind of nice to have Blackbeard's crew full of devil fruits, Shanks' crew not full of devil fruits. One succeeds, one fails, and yeah, I kind of like that theory. That
I actually love that theory.
Yeah,
like,
and then to go on with the homeland theory, because like when my brain's been going. I usually don't like theories. I think they're stupid because I feel like we're never going to be right. but the community's been right as of late. So I was like, let me start getting my theories out there. To add to the Homeland thing, I feel like Roger could have strategically made the Great Pirate Era not only to make people find the One Piece, but if people leave their homes, they can't be turned, right? If Emu shows up at Random Nation number 3, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to turn them, which is like, it's crazy. Everybody's scattered now. Luffy couldn't be turned, right? Luffy, his whole, well, he has a devil fruit, from my theory, but he's not at Kokoyashi Village anymore, right? Law's not at Fleavins. He wouldn't be able to be turned, etc. Emu's ability just has me like losing my fucking mind. It's kind of crazy. And then this chapter, because I've read it, watching like Rocks literally he bisected Emu into 3 pieces, and it didn't do anything. So it's just like, this is a crazy ass foe. I think my Blackbeard big bad theories are like cooked. I don't see how it's possible. I just don't.
This is the point in One Piece where I kind of just want answers. Like, because I feel like these characters are doing specific things because they know specific things. So I kind of want them to tell me that they're doing this because of specific things instead of new things coming out. I'm like, oh, you got this.
It's so weird because it's like we are getting answers, right? But then the answers are leading me to more questions. It's not. Yeah. You're giving me like 50% of it, and I'm just left wondering more. But no, Emu's definitely the real deal. And we're talking about power. There's something we're missing, because if Big Mom, Kaido, Whitebeard, Rocks, Roger, Garp, if they can't beat you,
I was gonna say, I hope this doesn't turn into like an Aizen and like Madara situation where this character's been created and they've done this crazy thing. And I don't know, you don't know how you beat them unless it's some sort of nonsense. Because from Emu taking on all those characters, you have to ask yourself how does Luffy and Co even scratch them with their crew at least. So it's like,
we've seen them already. They're not even close to those guys, right?
Yeah.
But then I already saw those guys lose too. I just.
Do we think that Luffy will fight the One Piece before his final fight with Emo? Because yes. I'm in the belief that he's going to. Because I think whatever the One Piece is and why Roger couldn't use it is because he didn't have that fruit.
Yeah, Ty's my guy.
I think he's gonna find it first.
Ty is my guy, but I think he's wrong with the One Piece thing.
I do too.
I don't see a world in which, I'm not gonna lie, Luffy's so stupid. We get through this situation, I still don't think he goes after Emu. That's just how dumb the nigga is. I'm not gonna lie to you. There needs to be something that directly makes Luffy, he can't be dumb about it. He has to do it. There needs to be something that makes him have to fight the government. Because, like, he'll do it for his friends, sure. But if it's not about his homies, he won't do it. And Dan said, do I see one of the Straw Hats getting Dami reversed at some point? Me and Ty were actually talking about it. And the people that we thought were like the highest candidates for it were Zoro, Usopp, or Frankie. Those are the 3 we're kind of going with right now. But I think it will be a cool twist. My only thing is we don't know how you stop it. Like, you have to kill the person. We don't know what the conditions are. So if it meant we would have to kill a Straw Hat, then I'm out. But if we can just have them turn and we can get them back, then yeah, I think it would be cool to cause more inner conflict in the crew. We haven't had that since Whole Cake.
My fault.
So I think that'd be cool. Who do you think it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be Brooke. But now with your devil fruit theory, now I'm kind of second guessing it. Because I thought it was going to be Brooke because the Gunko, and obviously Gunko and Brooke know each other somehow. So I thought it was going to be Brooke.
What threw me for a loop, Jaden, is that to me, now that I saw Emu control Saturn, Gunko's kind of not as important as I thought she was anymore. Because now I just think Emu can just control anyone.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Before I thought it was like a Gunko. This is like a proxy. This is very specific. maybe there's some sort of lineage factor or there's like a family relation, and that's the reason why. But she took over Saturn, so I'm just like, Emu can just do whatever. And then that also kind of cooks the people who thought Emu was a woman and that Gunko was their confirmation because she controlled the dude. So or he or she controlled the dude. So
I think Zoro would be a very good one.
I think Zoro would be fire.
Like, Zoro would be a great one.
Then you can actually make him like the king of hell or something. I don't know. Like
that would be ridiculous.
He's the second person. Like he was the next person to join Luffy's crew. Like,
and then I also turning him back and having him more so have to follow a journey of like I feel like he'd feel like he have to atone for it because he's an honorable person. I think that could lead him to more strength than just his goal of being the world's strongest. Him trying to atone for that.
And then that would, like Miles, you said, that would give Luffy a reason to like want to go out after Emu or fight the government. Like that's your right hand man right there. That's the guy you started your journey with.
Yeah, you messed with my right hand man.
Yeah. Ace died. You're not gonna let it happen to Zoro.
I wouldn't hate that at all.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. That's the One Piece talk. We love One Piece. I got you. I'll drop the link right. We love
that's
One
perfect.
Piece.
I'm about to dip. I gotta go pick my kids up. So thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all. I'll tie back in as a viewer.
Love you.
All right, bro. You be good, man.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
See, Miles, this is my problem. Like, I wish I could have these conversations for Hunter, but I'm just not getting anything.
We're supposed to get 10 new chapters.
That's not good enough, man. I can't. I need more than 10.
So, and then the problem, honestly, too, Kai, is I feel like it's very rare that people are caught up like you and I. Like, there's not many people who have read that manga and are caught up. Like, especially with them learning that it's probably never going to end. It makes people not want to even get invested even more. But me, like, I honestly think this boat arc is like phenomenal. I think it's really, really good.
I've always thought like Hunters, like that's my favorite anime. I've always thought Hunters had the potential to be like better than One Piece. That's my like personal opinion. But it's just
I had that hot take a couple weeks ago. I'm with you. I think it could be. It's just
this is not going to finish because he's got too much pride to let everyone else help him draw it. So.
Yeah, he's a dick. He's a dickhead. His wife made Sailor Moon. I would literally let my wife do it. Just let your wife do it.
And his art is like kind of simple enough to where she could like she's a great artist, like but he's got too much pride. So.
Bro, you could be sitting right next to her while she's doing it, editors, whatever. It's your wife, dog. It's not a random. Let me get my PowerPoint up. We are gonna do anime family feud. Y'all are gonna do teams of 2. Why did I pull my screen up? Let's see. Leon is a tryhard. I gotta balance these teams up.
I ain't try hard today, man. We good.
Nah, you're a tryhard. Sauce is a tryhard.
I'm ass. Bro.
Now you ass.
This is Family Feud. I suck at guessing games.
Yeah, but it's easy. It's like I didn't make it. I didn't make this one.
Okay.
I'll do Leon and Kai, Sauce and Cat.
All right.
Let's do it, man.
Oh, how do I start this shit? They got me learning shit on the fly, y'all. Now the PowerPoint taking up my whole screen. There we go.
Claymore, can't you remove Claymore? That's tough.
So I'll let team 1 go. What did I say the teams were?
Me and Kai. Leon and Kai.
Let me just move these. Okay, bet. This will be team 1's question. What's the most popular anime genre? And then I'll keep your points off on the side. Start throwing out guesses. Y'all got 60 seconds before I let them steal.
Wait. Team 1 is me and Kai, right?
Yeah, it's you and Kai.
All right,
I was gonna say action. Or be like action.
Action. I think action was 3. Hold on, I gotta have it. This PowerPoint's hard to use.
This is Family Feud.
No, sci-fi. Ooh. I fucked it up. This took a very long time to make. This was difficult. I'm not really good at using it.
I don't know why I thought this was Jeopardy. I'm tripping.
No, yeah. I might be done with Jeopardy because they're too difficult. I can't make it balance real. No, this is Supernatural. This is the only problem I ran into. I can't look at the categories. Hold on. Technical difficulties. It worked a second ago. No, it worked. It's just I need to see something. Boom. Boom. Okay. Action was 4. All right. What's your other picks?
Action was 4.
Yeah.
We kind of saw the 2 and 3.
Do you remember them? I know y'all be botting out sometime. What was 2 and 3?
I know what 2 was.
I didn't see
sci-fi
3.
And Supernatural, right?
Yeah, sci-fi.
Sci-fi and Supernatural. That was 2 and 3.
Oh, y'all got me fucked. Yo, bro. We'll do this one later, man, because this is pissing me off. I'll do my other topic.
Nah, for sure.
This is why you come prepared for class. I had 2 topics. This shit's pissing me off.
Nah, so we won that. Cool. Go ahead.
No, y'all didn't win.
They didn't have any points.
So? That's a cop-out, man. Come on, man.
I won as the host. PowerPoint. The host always wins. I'm like the.
I'm on Battlefield tonight, Miles.
It's like the lottery. Are you really?
Yeah. If I don't stream Ghosts, I'm on Battlefield tonight.
Yeah, I might. I'm gonna smoke, eat. I might be on Battlefield after this. Okay, this is my other topic. We're gonna talk about these father-son duels. So you come prepared for class. Get this off my screen. Do this.
Speaking of which, now that we're on the topic of duos, this whole Spider-Man and Green Goblin disregard has really baffled me since the conversation started on it. I don't really think we understand the depths of just how much pain.
1 second, Cat. $2 super chat from Sauce. Thank you, Sauce. Colts Super Bowl winners 2025. Bold statement, my brother. Go ahead.
Eagles already won for 2025. Now, if you would have said Broncos 2026, I'd have been with you. You feel what I'm saying?
2025 to 2026 season, the Colts, man. I ain't hearing I ain't trusting them. Man, bump, Bo. Continue with
whatever, man. But yeah, man. And the only reason why I say that, Miles, is because I do think, just inherently by the nature of both media, that because there are so many different storylines that can be applied, even if you do focus on the original, that it's kind of, I don't, when you talk about like dynamics of relationships, I do think it's an uphill battle for anime, because like when Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super ends, like you're not going to see a different storyline where now Vegeta learns Ultra Instinct and Goku learns Ultra Ego. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we have stories in the comics where you have the Batman Who Laughs, where Joker finally gets Batman to snap, and now we see what that ultimately would look like. So, but the Green Goblin Spider-Man thing is just if you really know the history behind it, it gets really in depth, like it really does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just, and that's what I was trying to get at on Tuesday. I don't understand why we're acting like Spider-Man and Goblin are iconic. You get what I'm saying? And then some of the names we were kind of putting in front of them, I don't really agree with. Like Batman and Joker, I think is a given, but Superman and Darkseid, I don't think that's better than.
I think Superman and Lex, yeah.
Superman and Lex, I agree. Superman and Darkseid, I don't agree.
And you want to know why I think even with Superman and Lex, I really have problems with Superman and Lex, because I I think Lex is just always there for the simple standpoint of Lex is this one human being character that Superman has as a villain, and so he kind of stands out amongst the crowd. But when it comes to the Green Goblin and Spider Man, like I don't really care which iteration of movies you go. The very first villain that they always start off with, whether it be Tobey Maguire, whether it be Andrew Garfield, or even the Tom Holland, all of them, they all started off with the Green Goblin villain storyline. And even in the last Tom Holland Spider-Man movie where they brought all three of them together, the big bad out of everybody that the movies have incorporated, the big bad at the end was Green Goblin again. So it's like, that's why I'm saying I don't think we understand like the depths of that whole Spider-Man and Green Goblin, like hero villain dynamic, the way that it deserves.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool to hit on Spider-Man, man. I feel like we go through like these eras now with social media and this social marketplace of ideas where it just grows cool to just hate on shit, and people just hate on shit for fun, like me and Mihawk. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah, but I've never known that. Yeah, I've never known that era where Spider-Man's been hated on though. Like even like late
today,
'90s. Yeah, but I think even now is like I don't think they hate on Spider-Man. I think they hate on Peter Parker, and because so many people want it to be. I don't want to, like ostracize anybody, but I think because they want everything to be such of a woke culture. I think the new generation just wants it to all be thrusted on Miles. Like, let Miles represent us for this generation's Peter Parker. When it's like Miles has always been around, but we all know Spider-Man as Peter Parker. Like, you can have Miles Morales and you can accept him as such, but to say that you now want Miles Morales to represent the generation, it's just like, why would you take away from who Peter Parker is? Because it's not like Peter Parker has ever done anything outside of just stick with Mary Jane. But that's just another
and
story for a
then
different day.
to add to your point, I would just argue that the people who do want Miles to lead the charge, in some ways, he kind of is. I still think the Spider Verse movies are some of the best Spider Man movies they ever made, even though they're animated.
Oh, yeah,
really
best, yeah,
films. So it's like
yeah.
if you want to watch Miles at the forefront, doesn't he have 2 films already where you can go see that? So,
Two great top-notch films at that. Yeah,
yeah. I just don't know like the expectations of people. I never saw the third Tom Holland movie. I was never really sold on the rehashing of old villains, but I did hear it was great. But I do agree with you that Goblin needs some more respect. I said it on the Tuesday show. Respect William Dafoe. He did his thing as Goblin.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's my like when I first saw like the Amazing Spider-Man films, like Andrew Garfield, I automatically thought that was just better than Tom Rainey's, and I still think they're better than Tom Holland's 3 films. I think Andrew Garfield and his relationship with Gwen is just the best. I know Green Goblin dropping or killing Gwen Stacy is like a big comic book thing. I think they should have just expanded that for a 3rd film and just had Green Goblin be the 3rd film, and the 2nd film ends on Gwen dying. No.
It was supposed to. The Andrew Garfield era was supposed to usher in the Sinister Six, but I'm not quite sure what happened with that Amazing Spider-Man property.
People were hating. Now all of a sudden, people love Andrew. As soon as that 3rd film with
it's crazy revisionist history. It's crazy.
I loved it. I loved it back then. Yeah. Go ahead.
TASM 2 is still the best looking Spider-Man film. Or even Amazing Spider-Man 1, they're still the best looking amazing Spider-Man films that like live action that we just have. Like you can go back and watch them. It just look fantastic. It's better CGI than we have anything in Marvel now.
They look, because I remember when they did Reptile in the first one, he looked amazing.
Yeah,
he looked that right there is to me is the second most iconic form of Reptile and Spider-Man outside of the Spider-Man animated series, in my opinion. That even includes the comic books, like the way they did him in the movie, and you seen a metamorphosis where after he got the antidote, and you seen him lose the arm and everything of that nature. I thought it was magnificent. I do think I think the only place they went wrong, in my opinion, was at I believe it was at the end of the second or the third one, where they had Rhino come in. I do think it probably would have best suited itself if they would have had, in my personal opinion, if they would have kind of had it segue into him dealing with Kingpin. So maybe him coming across Tombstone
Fisk would
more
have been
than,
cool. Or
yeah,
Tombstone would have been cool.
yeah, him doing that. I think that would have been nice, but I think that was around the time where they had Kingpin involved in the Daredevil series, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
My timeline might be off, but I believe
right.
that might have been right around. I think that might have been right around that time. So I guess they didn't want to do what was being an issue for X-Men and Marvel with the whole Quicksilver situation.
And then last thing, real quick, to touch on what Dan said in the comments. For me, Dan, and this is like the normal cliche answer, people say it all the time. I'm not really a big Tom Holland guy at all, so I'm not even going to include him. But to me, as far as like personifying Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield was the best. And as far as personifying Peter Parker, I do think Tobey was the best.
Yeah.
Look, I just think it doesn't get any better than those two in those respective roles. Now, if we could have somehow got them to do the fusion dance and be one person, then yeah, I think that would have been, you know what I'm saying, the GOAT. But yeah, Tobey for Peter, Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man. I actually hated Andrew Garfield for Tobey because they tried to make him too cool. He was almost like a pretty boy.
Yeah.
And you know, with the skateboarding and the basketball, and like yeah, he's supposed to be a quirky, not a nerd, but he's supposed to be like a quirky, just very smart, intelligent guy. He's not meant to be doing kickflips and shit. So that's where they kind of lost me with that. Whereas Tobey was the regular, down to earth, smart guy. Like he wasn't a nerd. He was a nerd, but he wasn't a geek. Is the word I'm looking for.
He also had like the struggling job.
Yeah, he had a little bit of swag to him, but he also was very emotionally vulnerable. You know, a lot of honor towards his aunt and his uncle. Good kid, good background. They nailed all of that stuff. So shout out to them. I think Spider-Man 2 is still the best movie, but after Spider-Man 2, I have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and then the Amazing Spider-Man 1. I don't, and then the first Spider-Man and then Spider-Man 3, and then I'm not gonna lie. I watched that Tom Holland, that second movie. It made me not want to watch the third when they had Mysterio.
The last one was good.
I might hop back in, but when I found out Mysterio was working with the computers and shit,
I did. Yeah, I don't remember that movie. I ain't gonna cap you down.
But Mysterio, I've watched all of them because my son, he's a huge Spider-Man fan, so I have a very intimate knowledge of the Spider-Man films. But I mean, I don't really know like where I would rank them. I will say though, like the Amazing Spider-Man series to me is one of the more underutilized versions of Spider-Man that I think we had, and I really don't see why people disliked it so much. Like I can't. And I hope it wasn't the whole Gwen Stacy thing, because I mean, if you just look back in the comics for the Amazing Spider-Man run, I mean that's essentially how she dies anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's hop into the main topic, where we all know these are going to all be awesome duos. So we're not going to really focus on the duos, but this is kind of where my Boruto propaganda kind of stemmed from. What we're going to be talking about and discussing these father-son duos is, do we ever feel like there's a point in time, or if you feel this way now, that the son surpassed the father as far as like not just strength, right? But like as a character. Is there ever a point in time where you feel like Gohan was better than Goku as a character? Or like Gohan should have been the MC? Or like Gohan moved more than Goku? Anybody?
Yeah,
I do.
At any point in time?
No?
No,
I do.
Anytime.
I do, yes.
At any point in time.
Can't get it
Go ahead,
any point in time, because I want y'all two to get it off, and then I want Leon and Kai to kind of play defense for Goku. And then I'll share my opinion at the end.
Go ahead.
So good.
The only the only reason why I say yes is because I do believe that the very first part of the Dragon Ball Z saga was to be mainly focused on Goku as a character. But then I think where you see the shift is you see a constant reminder of, and once again I'll say I'm only anime, so I don't know how it plays out in the manga, fellas. But in the anime, it's there. it's always this constant mentioning, whether it be from Goku or from Piccolo, about this ever present, ever underlying immense potential power that Gohan has. And through either Goku training them or Piccolo training him, they want to bring that out of Gohan so badly. So for me, like most people, we watched where he, and I am not quite sure in the timeline where it happens, but we all love the Bojack's film, but we see even early on in Gohan's childhood development where he rages out and he's fighting Vegeta, and we see him kind of injure or hurt Vegeta, and even Vegeta himself is stunned by the fact that he's harmed by this child. And then I think when we get to the Cell Saga, I think the emphasis of Goku acknowledging that I don't have the power to beat Cell, but I know the one person amongst all of us, including Vegeta, Trunks, Piccolo, so on and so forth, the one person who I know for a fact has the strength to beat Cell is Gohan. And it took Gohan, which I think is a very apple doesn't fall far from the tree type of scenario, where it took Gohan having to see his friends in danger, much like it took Goku having to see Krillin die by the hands of Frieza. It took Gohan having to see that in order for him to reach the next level, which is almost as iconic. I'm not saying it is more iconic. I'm saying, but Gohan shifting into Super Saiyan 2 for that Cell fight is up there as far as one of the most memorable transformations, directly behind Goku turning Super Saiyan 1. So it's at that point for me where I'm like, Gohan's a teenager. Goku has died for like the 16th time at this moment. I'm exaggerating, I know. But at this moment now, we can kind of start to shift towards where when we started the story with Goku, he was a child. We can start the story now with Gohan as a teenager moving forward as he recognizes that there's a real possibility that even through the Dragon Ball wishes and everything else, Gohan has witnessed Goku die. So he knows that this is a possibility. So now he has to be aware that I'm now placed in a position to I have to be Earth's savior if my father cannot do it, because he's not only seen it, but he's actually lived it out for the Cell Saga. So for me, that's where I would say that at some point I do think it should have shifted towards Gohan, in my opinion.
The Goku defenders, y'all wanna get y'all piece?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Goku is the driving force of this story, and even in the Cell Saga, when he is like shifting the legacy or like the role towards Gohan, it's like Goku giving up and saying he can't win against Cell. That's a big moment for the story, and that's the audience in general seeing that. And him putting his trust in Gohan is good, but then when we get to the Buu Saga, we realize that you can't just have that one person who needs to protect. That's like the whole meaning of like the spirit bomb at the end. You get like the whole world, the civilians, Hercule takes part, Buu takes part. Like, so when the thing about Gohan, he's not really a character who can push the story forward, if that really makes sense. Because after the Cell Saga stuff, we see him, he just goes back to school, doesn't train that much. He kind of gets a bit complacent. But where we have Goku, who always constantly seeks improvement, he pushes like a lot of storylines and plot lines to continue. He gets a lot of people intrigued. He makes people like Frieza, Vegeta, and Piccolo develop. And I think how the right way to do it is the superhero film where Gohan and Piccolo are like the main characters, because Goku and Vegeta, like, they're off-world. I think that's the best way to do it. When Goku and Vegeta aren't there and they're doing something important, you also have Gohan like doing something else at home to protecting it. But I just don't think you can ever. There's been a moment where Gohan takes full, like he was better than Goku. Like maybe the Super Saiyan 2 moment, but then even then you have Goku saving, like coming to protect him. Like Goku's just always involved in like the best moment for Gohan.
For me, at least, I'm with Kent in the fact two things, right? And this is the first one is a hindsight one, so I don't want to lean too heavy on that one. But I feel like with everything that we learn about the legend of the Super Saiyan, right? I feel like it described young Gohan perfectly. Like, if anybody could have been a Super Saiyan, like Goku for the lore, or not the lore, but for the narrative, obviously makes sense. But when we're talking about what they're describing, a pure Saiyan warrior of rage, to me, that was Gohan to a T. And then they always emphasized him, like Kent said, him having a random outburst where he, just randomly gained unnatural strength. When he was able to fight Raditz for a little bit, when he was able to contend with Frieza in second form for a little bit. He's always shown that hidden growth. And then at the end of the Cell Saga, I feel like he was primed to be the main character. I feel like if you wanted to do the shift, you set it up perfectly. Gohan had, the strength to do so. He had the resolve to do so. This was the moment, right? Where you could have just left Goku dead. You get what I mean? But instead, I feel like they brought him back. And I don't know why. Like, maybe Toriyama just believed more in Goku. Maybe it was the editor's decision. Who knows? But they bring Goku back, and I feel like that kind of stifles what Gohan could have been, right? Because now you have to kind of make Gohan fail in order to bring Goku back into the main picture. To me, like, Gohan defeating Super Buu or something to that regard, and then having him be somehow still become Kid Buu, like just somehow, like just make it work.
Yeah.
Him still being Kid Buu, and then have Goku and everybody pitch in and give the Spirit Bomb, or maybe even have Gohan do the Spirit Bomb in that regard. To me, that would have been a lot better than having Goku come back to life for the 1 day period and save the day again. Right. Like, so that would be my only pushback. Overall, I do agree with you though, Kai. I don't think this story goes where it goes without Goku, because he just simply has his hands in too many pots, right? You would have had to rewrite a lot of different scenarios in order to kind of make it work. The only, like, for example, Gohan and Frieza, the only time I think it could have worked is if Gohan would have actually gave him a competitive challenge during Resurrection of F. Yeah. Then you could have kind of set up a parallel between the two, where I can't get Goku because Goku's in hell or whatever. Well, he was in heaven, excuse me. But I can't get Goku because he's gone. Oh, that's the point I'm making. Now I got to get his son because his son's better than me too. I think there could have been ways it could have been done, but not for everyone. Like, I couldn't have seen Gohan getting that rise out of Jiren. It just wouldn't have happened, right? I couldn't have seen Gohan overcoming Hit, right, and kind of winning him over, because you need somebody like Goku who's not only willing to lose to you, but willing to put a hit out on himself for you to come back and for y'all to fight and grow that kind of rapport. So I'm with you. I just think Gohan could have done it.
And I just say, like, that if Gohan takes over, I don't even know what you do for Vegeta.
That's why I was asking the question, like,
because a lot of Vegeta's driving force is Goku.
This is true. Though I was asking, like, is it any part in the story that we see that he could have been? That's what I was trying to clarify. That's why I was kind of agreeing, because I could have seen it if they handled it right, but they didn't handle it right. So,
but I also do think, even in that regard, Vegeta, even with me giving my answer, Vegeta was the one thing that kind of left me hesitant, because Vegeta is the one off where it's like, I think he suffers more. Clearly, I think he suffers more than Gohan or anybody, or even the story of Dragon Ball Z altogether. I think Vegeta suffers more if they make Gohan the MC. And I do think that the story can be pushed forward even with the removal of Goku, because the only reason why Goku's hand is so important within the series is because a majority of the villains or a majority of the story arcs are so fiercely centered around either A, Goku just wants to fight strong people, or B, the villains they want to kill Goku because he has garnered this title of strength from this villain to that villain through story from here to here. If you have an acknowledgement that you have this quote unquote young Saiyan warrior who isn't even full-blooded Saiyan, but he's beat Cell and he's beat what was seen as this galactic terror in Boo. Now you still end up having the same type of storylines and pushes that you would have had with Goku, except it would have been with Gohan. And I do think that the emphasis, Mile, in my opinion, would have had to been a mentality change that I pointed out with Gohan, where it would have had to hit him that even with the Dragon Balls, I've witnessed my father die. So as much as I want to be obedient to both my mother and my father, but I choose my mother to please her, so I get more into my studies than training. I have to recognize that I'm the one who had to save us from this planetary terror when nobody else could. And my father entrusted me to do so because he himself had already died at that point anyway. If that mental change is written out for Gohan, I do think that you can push the story forward with him for the rest of the series, in my opinion.
Quick question.
I can see it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Leon.
Y'all don't think Gohan was the MC for the majority of the Blue Arc?
No.
Nah, it was Goku.
Goku,
no.
bro.
I think it was Gohan. Like,
because you go through a lot of the high school stuff with Gohan, and then you get through the where he dies against Boo, and then you get his Supreme Kai training, and then you get his fight with Super Boo.
Like,
and see, that's what
half Gohan
active in the arc to like towards
and see. Yeah, and that's what that series and even with and you bringing it up, that's really my point of it. Like that, the way they handled Gohan in that saga was still we've seen what he can do, but he still has more potential to unlock. Like it was always Gohan has it, but we just have to bring it out of it. Thank you. Like if they just would have handled him more correctly, which is, I think it was when he was a child, when Goku and Vegeta were talking, or maybe it was Goku and Piccolo was talking. When they factually said it, it was like Gohan has a unlimited amount of potential. We just want to bring that to the surface. There's no way you can introduce, excuse me. There's no way you can introduce the son of the MC of the series and say that about him, and then just keep throwing him to the side as fodder when that's a statement that he made. You know what I mean?
But to your point too, Ken, I think they might try it again because it's looking like Gohan is the strongest yet again. So
no, we better not try that again. We're never not doing this.
It looks like they might.
Form, it looked cool, but like I think the way it was handled was
horrible.
Terrible.
It was horrible.
I didn't even watch the movie. I still didn't watch the movie.
It was horrible.
I just wish that even as much as people hate it, and this is another one of those things I can't understand why. I hear all the logic behind it. We're talking about manga and anime. I still don't understand why Super Saiyan 4 just could not be just the ultimate last transformation, and why that's not something that they can just stick with instead of this whole Beast Gohan or whatever they got going on. I don't understand it. I personally I love the Super Saiyan 4 form myself. That's just me.
I think the Super Saiyan 4 aesthetically looks cool, but I do like the route they're going down with the primal nature of the Saiyans, right?
Everyone has their own thing.
Yeah, but I like this primal nature thing where now we're exploring that Broly and Gohan transformations are apparently very similar, and it has to just do with them going like berserk. I think it's cool. I think it's way more interesting than we look at the moon again, and we're Super Saiyan 4
I think
now.
that's what I like about. I think I like most about Super, because a lot of Z, everyone's just following the same path.
Mm-hmm.
Like you find Goku's fun, like Ultra Instinct, that fits his character. Ultra Ego, that fits Vegeta. Beast Gohan, whatever that is, fits him. Broly, Berserker, Piccolo, like it just separates everyone a bit more. Yeah.
So that was those two. Now these two motherfuckers. So how I'll position the question is, instead of like the son overshadowing the father or vice versa, which one do you lean towards being the main character? Or I mean, excuse me, a better character? Whitebeard or Ace?
Whitebeard.
Yeah, I got Whitebeard.
A better character?
A better character, Whitebeard or Ace?
Can I have the option of neither?
You think they're both bad, Ken?
That's great.
Okay, bad, no, but do I have the option of neither? I don't.
I think if I got more of the off-screen stuff that Ace did, this would be an easy yes for me for Ace. I think that's what I would need. But I've gotten more Whitebeard now in the manga, so I would choose Whitebeard now because what I've gotten, I haven't got enough Ace, and what I did see of Donut Boy, he became Donut Boy, so it is what it is.
Yeah, recency bias is kind of killing me, and I made this before we got some of the new stuff from Whitebeard, and it's just like, man, like I didn't like Whitebeard before. I'm gonna be like fully honest. I didn't like either of these characters before, honestly. But now I'm at least I can get Whitebeard a little more. I just don't understand. Ace was bad to me, man.
But one of the dumbest decisions I ever seen in anime.
I don't like when people use like, oh, he has the fruit, so he's a hothead. I just nothing about Ace really
people say that.
Made me like him.
They do. They actually do say that.
So stupid to say.
But then I think about Whitebeard, and he just the white shit. Whitebeard. Whitebeard is white. No, I'm not. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm trying to find the best way to explain it, Miles. But Whitebeard to me is Whitebeard to me is Shaq if Shaq never won any championships. If you get what I'm okay, Miles, okay.
I agree with you.
All right, bet. Okay, so all right then. So I'm not tripping. All right, bet. All right. All right, bet.
And that was always my reason, my hatred of not hatred, but my dislike of of Whitebeard. You're the world's strongest man. He didn't accomplish anything with that. Like he didn't do anything with that title. He was a gatekeeper, damn near. And the reason why I don't like Ace, I just like as a big brother, I don't think you set a good example. Like you didn't do anything like really right. You didn't listen. Like you just didn't do anything right. My favorite iteration of Ace was when they were like kids, like where he hated the world and he was angry. Because at least I can understand why he was like that. Like he was, away from his family in this place with these dumbass kids, Sabo and Luffy, being taken care of by people who weren't his like biological family. I could understand it, but he still looked out for Luffy. He was still tough, and although he was a hothead then, he actually put it to use. As he got older, he was just a hothead for nothing, and it's like that's the way he went out, a hothead. It just wasn't good.
Over a father that he never knew. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I think that was made me mad the most about that situation.
That shit was dumb. But I would lean towards Whitebeard. It sounds like everybody's pretty much the same.
I think Whitebeard's performance on Marineford is just so. Like I think his announcement of the One Piece, how he took in his I can't remember his name, but the guy who stabbed him in his chest.
Squad.
Yeah, and I like the part where he hugged him. He was determined to get Ace back, no matter what. I just like how he treated everyone like they were his biological like kids. I think that's my favorite part about Whitebeard.
I'm the same guy. Like that shit right there was top tier.
And even in that, I'll leave it alone. Y'all got it. Go ahead.
Even when he punched the boy though, Miles, he did lay that man flat.
You saw what?
Even the way he punched your boy.
Oh, my boy got right back up though. So
he did though. That's why I messed with your boy.
But see, but like even like I think that's to more of a credit of what me and Miles are saying though. It's like even with all of the look of it, he didn't accomplish really much of anything.
And Ken, I don't want to be nasty, but I get he's old. I'm looking at it in hindsight. Whitebeard was not that much of a threat. He was
I'm saying like if anything, and I know, especially me speaking as a father, it does kind of come off as like kind of like sacrilegious or hypocritical. But Like Marineford to me is actually the epitome of what represents Whitebeard's life. Like a guy with immense power, immense strength, with immense leadership, immense,
gotta clip this,
immense, but just didn't do anything.
Nah, this is getting nasty.
So it is Kai, but it goes back to the same thing that we were kind of saying about Rock Lee, where people they're looking at the idolized version of the fight and not looking at the fight. You get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So if I look at Marineford from an objective point of view, right? The only person who was really like actively trying to deter Whitebeard was Akainu, right? And he couldn't even put Akainu down. Garp was actively not participating. Sengoku was actively not participating. You know, there was many other people there. Suru. There was a lot of strong Marines that weren't doing anything. Kizaru, that nigga was trolling the whole time. Respectfully. That nigga was trolling. And then Aokiji, he tried to bang with Whitebeard, and then Jozu got in the way, and then that was it. The point I'm trying to make is, if they really wanted to get Whitebeard up out of there, they could have done it relatively easy. Because outside of him, nobody on their crew was really, you know what I'm saying, doing anything to really cause any like concern, if I can even use the word like that. And then all in all, Marineford is known as a catastrophic defeat for the Marines. And they didn't lose it. They lost bums. Yeah, we lost John Giant. Oh, man, John Giant. We lost Mark, Captain Mark. Like, they lost randoms. All of their top tiers, relatively unscathed. Marineford was still intact. Like, what they destroyed was the bay. That was the bay of Marineford. The actual place was fine.
The base, the base was fine.
The base was fine. And then I would argue Blackbeard did more of that damage than Whitebeard. Whitebeard was trying to hit the wall. It was bouncing off the wall.
I think that a loss for the Marines is how easily Whitebeard and the crew got in there, how much commotion they caused, like how they started all of this big. This is a big event in the One Piece world. I think of course. Just like that might just be like the way they take the loss. I think
that was more of a perception thing, and the fact that the person who had to call it off was a pirate anyway, and Shanks. But see, I really, because I love the power that Whitebeard had, but once again, it wasn't you who called it off or who even could call it off. It was Shanks. So it's like
Whitebeard had no pull.
Yeah, like you see what I mean, Miles. Like it really is, and I hated that I made it, but it just fits. So he's like Shaq. If Shaq never won nothing,
but Shanks pulled up after everybody had fought.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it would have mattered. I don't think it would have mattered. Like to me, Shank. They probably don't. No, I think if Shank's crew pulls up, I think they probably win.
Because I was just thinking, looking back in hindsight, when Shanks pulled up on Whitebeard's ship, he knocked everybody out. He probably could have did some damage for real then by himself.
I think
if Kaido would have pulled up, they would have.
Marineford would have sunk.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
If Kaido would have came, Marineford would have sunk.
Kaido would have did some damage.
The nigga would have been playing baseball out there. That nigga would have been going crazy out there.
He'd have fell face first. It would have been like, I still didn't die. Oh well, what are y'all doing?
But slight tangent. Now with the new information in these recent chapters, I think Kaido was going to help Whitebeard. I think that was what.
For sure. I can see that now too.
And maybe Shanks was kind of like, it's too soon for the path to Mary Joie to be open right now. So Kaido just let him die, bro. Because I think Kaido was like, yo, they about to jump my homie. They about to jump that old nigga. I want to kill that old nigga. Let me go help. I think that's
I kind of really would have died that day.
I agree.
I don't know how that nigga got back up, bro. That shit crazy.
That old nigga,
dog, bro.
Man, you're not throwing no real punches.
That man held his ribs and punched a hole in the wall.
Ain't his ribs still hurt though? Like,
We good, man.
All right, for sure.
The nigga that hurt us the most was what's his name? Aokiji. And you saw what we did to that nigga. He lost the whole leg, so we good. Boruto and Naruto. We spoke on it briefly. I'm not gonna go all the way off the deep end and say Boruto's a better character. But by the end of Two Blue Vortex, I might have a basis for conversation. The people who have seen Boruto or watched it or read it, what do y'all think?
At this point right now, I still say Naruto's better. But I am with you though. I can see it though. Like I said, I always like Boruto, even through the turmoil that was an anime for me. I still rock with Boruto. He's just cool, bro. He's naturally cool as a character. Like, it's not written for him to be cool. It's not forced. He's just cool. You know, everything he learns and stuff. I think by the end of, if it continues the way it's continuing, and I'm still liking it, and it ends well, it ends better as far as like the fights or like the last fight than the Naruto Shippuden did. I think Boruto will be above Naruto, but right now I still got Naruto overall. Now, part 1 Naruto versus part 1 Boruto, I like Boruto more. And the beginning of Shippuden, where would Shippuden be now compared to Blue Vortex? Where would that be now?
I would say Shippuden would be about.
It's a bit like Tenchi Bridge, no?
Well, no, because I think Boruto's just paced a little faster.
Yeah.
I would say it's about the Kakuzu fight.
Okay.
Oh,
it's about there.
Actually, because Boruto is monthly, it has like 40, 50 pages. Yes, yeah.
So about around the Kakuzu fight. And then I think when he beats Jura, that'll be around Pain to me.
Well, I'm tripping though. I think part 1 Naruto, I still say is better than part 1 Boruto. But up to like where he's at now versus where Naruto would be in Shippuden, I think Boruto is better. Yeah.
So people say some crazy stuff. Like people saying Boruto wears Naruto's clothes better than him. I was like,
they tripping.
Yeah, they tripping.
They tripping.
Unless you're talking about when Naruto gave him like the old cloak, the like at the end of the movie. But nah.
What I will say though is Naruto in part 1 was just too good. Like I think of all of the scenes he had in part 1, he was way too good. I feel like Naruto regressed in Shippuden. He was way too good.
I agree, bro. That Sasuke shit, OD.
It got bad. But when I think of moments like when he fought Kabuto on behalf of Tsunade, that was like, that's masterful how they did that. The scene with him and Hinata, that was great. The
Neji fight for Hinata.
The Neji fight, that was great. The final valley was great. All of Naruto's great moments were talk no jutsus.
I'm gonna say the moment that was good that I saw recently in a YouTube short when it was a movie though. It was a movie, the one that was in the mountains and stuff, and he was running on the railroad tracks.
It was snowing?
Yes. He had the girl on his back. He was running from the train. He was like, that was a good moment for Naruto. So I definitely agree with that.
I got Naruto. Boruto anime ruined any chances of me seeing Boruto or not.
You said what?
That filler OD. That Boruto filler OD, bro. I can't do it, bro.
But the Naruto filler not?
No, okay. The first like 112 episodes, like it just can't. After that, it's filler. You know what I'm saying? So that's more doable for me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask y'all earlier because y'all were having a Boruto conversation. Do y'all think the second half? I'm pretty sure they'll bring it back. The second half of Boruto. Do y'all think the anime will be better than the first half?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Because now they gave themselves more time to animate and not have to worry about catching up to the manga. That's the first thing.
And I'm gonna be honest, if they get the right studio, because I hope they don't go back to Studio Period. If they get a little bit of a studio upgrade, Boruto's gonna get glazed. It's gonna get bad.
When Boruto steps on bro's face,
the middle finger moment, it's gonna get
generational.
They're gonna be breaking the internet
because that's still my panel of the year, to be honest.
Boruto's gonna break the internet when it gets animated. When Two Blue Vortex is animated.
So yeah, and the thing about the first part too was like, because I watched a lot of it. The filler, it just was so out of place, you know. Because as soon as I went to the manga, I started at the chapter that I left off on, and in the next chapter I was ahead of the anime. Like it pissed me off, like just how much they put in there. But some of the filler it's cool. Like I said, the Hidden Mist Village arc, it was cool. I like the Hidden Mist. Seeing some people who carry on the legacy of the past, it was cool. Yes. Gara-san, I really do like Gara-san.
The tuning example was good.
So it's a couple people, especially the dude again from the Hidden Mist, the dude who I think he was Zabuza's.
Oh no, relative? He was no, he was a Kisame's relative.
Yeah, facts. No, not him. The other dude.
About the green hair dude?
No, I'm with you though, because Kisame's relative, he's cool too. But the dude that he was friends with, Boruto, he's a relative of the fourth. Oh, you
talking about the one that's related to Yagura? Yeah.
Yes.
No, he died.
He died?
Yeah, he's dead.
What?
And then that's what you've definitely seen his ugly Boruto face on like as a meme where he's like crying or something. He's got like a really ugly face. He's crying.
He died.
Yeah.
Fuck. Never mind. Man.
Yeah, he died.
I want to know, man. I'm sad again. But yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, big endeavor, bro.
You know, they were starting with him, but as soon as they shifted to like that derby reveal, Shoto got put on the bleachers. Jesus.
Hey, he did, bro.
I think Endeavor's way better. I think Endeavor clears him. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree.
It's tough to say, but he do.
It's just I don't know. At the beginning, he was kind of emo done right because he wasn't emo like edgy. He was more so emo like depressed. So I could kind of feel for him, and he was like strong as fuck, right? But the more we got from Endeavor, like every single time he was on screen, I'm just like, man, Endeavor's this is a pretty good character. Like he reminded me of Vegeta a lot. I'm like, yo, this is a pretty good dude. Like, yeah, he's an evil and he's a scumbag and he's kind of a weirdo how he was treating his wife and shit. But like him wanting to kind of atone, me understanding that, you know, he really just wants to save people, but be recognized for it. And then him carrying on the mantle of peace when All Might was gone. I was like, yo, this nigga kind of got it. He kind of got it.
That fight made me change my whole opinion about him. Like that just elevated him.
His fight with that Nomu. Yeah.
I do think that's what gives him the edge, though. I think it's more of the way I don't think it's like a positive negative, which is why it clears for me, Phyllis. I think it's just more of a positive neutral, whereas because Endeavor had so many different layers, and because he had something that he had to overcome, and he had to self-correct, and he had to mature, and he had to grow from, like, Shoto's issues stem from Endeavor. So even if Shoto overcomes them, it's because there's some improvement that Endeavor has made that makes him see his father as his father. And that was his biggest thing. He never wanted to see, well, not wanted, but he never saw Endeavor as his father after his knowledge of what he felt like happened to his mother. And so once he kind of started to look at Endeavor differently, it's because Endeavor had the character growth and not him. So it was, so that's why I do agree with you guys that it's a clear as far as the character growth, but I think that's because one had to have character growth, while the other one, he was just more like an accomplice to it, if you will.
I think a good like twist I think they could have done with Shoto was at the start of the series. You see how he's like very afraid and he doesn't want to use his flames, and then when the world finds out that like Darby's his brother, they tend to like a couple of people start to resent him or like a bit fearful of Shoto when he uses his flames, and then it just you can like put a bit more like attention into how much he's accepted like that for his father's side, and he wants to prove that he's not like his brother. I think like those avenues to go, but I think when you have like Bakugo, Deku, like All For One, All Might, now you got a lot of great characters here. He's just eventually just gonna get put on the side.
So, and I'm with you. I just wish they would have never set up Todoroki to be like the tritagonist. Then,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you set him up to be the tritagonist, and to Kent's point, his growth is reliant on Endeavor. If Endeavor doesn't grow, Shoto can't grow, right? So you set this character up as a tritagonist. You have the father then do exponential growth. I don't feel like Shoto followed suit anymore. I feel like he started using his fire, and that was the end of his arc. He could just use his fire now.
So that was it. That's like his whole full
separately.
Yeah. Whereas we get to see Endeavor kind of struggle with the concept of, you know what I'm saying, being next up in line. We get to see him overcome a hard tribulation. We get to see his sins kind of come to bite him in the ass. You know, with this other son that he thought was just gone in Dabi. We get to see the reconciliation of his relationship with his kids, his other kids other than Shoto and Dabi. There's just so much more that happens for him. He should have just been the tritagonist at that point.
Yeah, I agree. But Shoto was still dope though. I still rock with my boy Shoto.
He's still cool. I fuck with Shoto. No Shoto hate.
Half fire, half ice. Yeah, we out here.
How you feeling, Kai? This one just for you, man.
Oh, geez.
Well, I
mean, man.
Look, man. In anime, sometimes you might need a deadbeat just to push you a bit forward. So,
the manga didn't do nothing for him.
Ain't done shit for him. Like when you spend that much time with Gon and you go through much with Gon, and then like people like it's so funny because people love the part where Leario punches Jing in the face. There's nothing. It's nothing really for Gonzad. It's just kind of they just don't like this deadbeat. Like his powers is cool. Like Gon wants to find his dad, but it's like, all right.
It was kind of an underwhelming reveal, but I have stocks in him though. Yeah. I think his because of Pariston. I think with him and Pariston having that, he understands how evil Pariston is. It's not even a rivalry, I would call it. He knows that Pariston's like pure evil. Yeah. I think we're gonna get to see a lot more from his character other than him just being some deadbeat legendary hunter. Because I'm not gonna lie, when he was revealed, it didn't even feel like Gon accomplished anything. Like, this is just some random fucking bum. Like,
and I thought they were cooking as well with when him and the other people created Greed Island. Like you're finding ways to implement him into the story very nicely, but then you just kind of come here and arc and it's kind of forgot him, and then at the end he just shows up. Missed you, son. Like
I knew you could find me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you could do it. Me leaving you at such a young age with no type of male figure guidance, and you're getting chased around by a star with face makeup and all this. So I knew you could do it. I just knew you could. I had a whole island. I had a whole island with a bunch of prisoner convicts set up to test your strength because I knew you could do it. Like, whatever, bro.
And as a reward for finding me, you get absolutely nothing. Love you, son.
You get to climb to the top of this world tree, or what was supposed to or what used to be the world tree, and I'll get to tell you about all the things in the world that you have not yet seen. So yeah, man, good job, bro. Proud of you, man.
Oh, you see your nan? Yeah, that's gone as well, but it's fine. Wait, he's got it back now.
So I knew Gon was sweet. I just wanted to do that one for fun. But do you think he returns back into the story at all, Kai?
You can have like this is why Togashi annoys me. You can have such like a good like setup if you like, because Kurapika is like cooking on like the ship and everything. Let this be like his arc or 2 arcs, how long it's going to be. And then when you get to like the Dark Continent, you find a way, like reunite Killua and Gon, and you have to find a way to get them into that other group of people with like the princes, the Phantom Troop, Hisoka. Like you just need to find a way. I just don't think Gon and Killua as characters you've built a good relationship with the audience and like the rest of that cast, that you just have to have them in there. And leaving them out is just wasted potential.
Yeah, somehow. Like, but it's like, Gon comes back, he gets his Nen. There would have to be something that makes them go into the Dark Continent, because it seems like that's where the remainder of the story is going to take place. Them kind of going through this voyage.
Yeah.
And then there's also that villain that was revealed during during Chimera arc.
Jara.
Yeah, we're gonna have to spin the block on him too. So yeah, I don't know, but they have to reincorporate those two somehow. Because they reincorporated Kurapika, and then they brought Leorio back for a little bit. Now, if Leorio is going to be a Zodiac, we're going to need to see more from him, a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. That was Hunter. The meat and potatoes. I'm leading towards Hohenheim, but I'm gonna let y'all tell me what y'all think.
I remember I got into an argument with Lonnie on the Discord about Hohenheim is a bad father. That's what they would say. I disagreed heavily, but this is a tough one. This is tough one.
It's hard because Edward is a really good MC, but I personally resonate with Hohenheim's journey a lot more. Like being the reason why your civilization was destroyed, being immortal and kind of having to cope with that, like just wander, live through time. You really can't form any like real relationships because everybody's going to be gone and die without you. And you kind of just having to find a way to atone for that and basically beat the homunculus that you made, even if it's at the cost of your own life. Like, to me, there's just way more of an emotional journey, I would say, or at least that resonates more with me than it is Edward's, because it's like you guys dicked around when you were kids and got yourself into some shit. Whereas Hohenheim's is like, yo, you were just deceived. It connects with me a lot more. How y'all feeling?
I would lean Ed still, just because he sacrificed everything to get his brother's body back, and that resonates with me a lot.
No, that last moment where like he gives, like him and Truth have that conversation, like, and he gives up his alchemy, like, because I rewatched Full Metal like I think like 3 weeks ago. And that scene gets me every time. I'm like, that's a great moment.
When Truth was like, "You got it," I was like, "Damn!" Like just seeing the contrast between the dwarf and the flask in Truth and Ed in Truth. It was like it does feel really good.
But yeah, it's real close though. Great characters, both of them.
Even Ed
I just don't think we spent enough time with Hohenheim. I think like I need to see these characters a decent amount to get some
really moved by them.
Yeah,
I think us getting my fault. Kyle, go ahead.
I was just saying, when he's on screen, he's great, and yeah,
I think us seeing him talk, like learn every name of the souls that he had in him, that was more than enough for me. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
Like, cause that was crazy. Like you sitting there throughout all of eternity, just learning everybody's name who's inside of you. Like, and that's a great form of atonement as well. So yeah.
FMA had a lot of good ass characters. So I take it y'all all liked how Greed went out. Greed, not
yes.
I mean OG Greed went out pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
A lot of good characters. Scar, like sure has so many good.
You was my top one, man. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of us had it up there, top 5. I think I had it at 4. No, I had it at 3. Hot take. Sauce, get this nigga out of here, man.
Hey, man,
and this is the last one.
Ken,
get this nigga the fuck up out of here.
You see the slander like Miles and he's not doing you. They be doing the same thing.
Listen, I ain't gonna slander Baki because I rock with Baki, but that man beside him, Kai, is overwhelming, bro. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can
And
do.
see, this is another one that I don't equate it. I don't equate it to Endeavor and Shoto, but it's when I said the positive neutral, this is the negative neutral. It's like there is no layer for Yujiro Hama. I'm strong. I like to fight. I like to kill. What's happening? That's his whole thing. And it's like, unless you really, cause this is one of the few stories and animes where I didn't necessarily like read the mangas, but I did kind of like research and look into, because I had to find is this whole his whole persona just strength and fighting and wanting to kill people. And so then when I look into it and I see about Baki's grandfather and how Yujiro never was able to beat him, and how he was out here punching, nuclear missiles and everything out the sky and defeating whole armies. It's like, oh, okay. So the whole concept of this man's family is just strength within martial arts.
It's just layers to it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like unless there's something in the manga that you guys can tell me, from what I've seen in the anime, I like martial arts. I like being the strongest. I like killing people. And every now and again, when I need to get it off, I hope you're not my next victim. That's just the perception.
And that's all you need.
With Yujiro, and like it's kind of hard to see it because how I think Baki is presented. If he's the same as Gojo and any other I'm the strongest character, so I've got that lonely aspect of me in, because the one character he besides his dad, the one character he really wants to be able to challenge him is his son, because his son's got that exact same potential he has. Everyone else, every other martial artist has seen that potential Baki has. So Yujiro gets excited about that, and he's deep down he wants his son to beat him. He just wants that feeling. He really wants that feeling of defeat.
And that's the layer that Kent is missing, right? Because whereas when you talk about Yujiro in comparison to his dad, it's like Yujiro's dad wasn't a bad guy. Yujiro was just somebody who had a thirst to fight, be the best at martial arts, reach the pinnacle of the highest. So he obviously wanted to beat his dad. Whereas Yujiro is now in his dad's position. He wants somebody to beat him, and the only person who can beat him is his son. So it just changes the dynamic to show you how their family has shifted throughout the generations. And that being said, Baki does nothing for me though.
I did enjoy that fight though. I enjoyed that fight a lot.
I was moved. But
Baki is so he's so stoic and he's just solid. He doesn't
he's chilling.
At least with Yujiro, I might get some scandalous shit. You know what I'm saying? I might just get some wild shit, like him pulling up to a base and making niggas fight because they so scared to fight him.
I like Baki because he's conflicted, because he hates his dad because of what he did to his mum.
Yep,
but he admires him so much.
He really wants that fatherly attention from his father. But it's kind of how can I get that from you when you literally killed my mum? So he's just it's on a little tipping scale. One side goes up, the other's down. There's no balance with him. I think they got it in their final fight where Bucky's on his shoulders and they're walking away. I think that was a nice moment. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Yujiro, he's my favorite. I'm the strongest type of character.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Same. Actually. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because I think he, unlike Gojo, he doesn't lose.
No, he does not. He does not. He does not. I would say the only person who I like more than him is Sukuna, but yeah, that's about it. Because I'm with you. to me, if you're gonna have that strongest title, I don't want to see
Cap. I like Alucard more than him, obviously.
Oh, Alucard's dope too.
Yeah.
And I think that was the last one. It is indeed. I went 15 minutes over, man. So nobody can say I only stuck to the 2 hours.
Jaden would be happy about that, but he wasn't
here. 2 weeks from now, when we reconvene, the Hanmas are a Met family. Angie came back to hate. That's sad. 2 weeks when we reconvene from now, I'm gonna figure out what the fuck was going on with my family. Because I can't, unless I have like a supercomputer of a memory, I'm not gonna remember where all of those fucking things were. Because I had it to where if I click it, it'll vanish and show the answer. But I gotta know which answer is the one for which one you guys pick. I'm gonna rearrange that first character because you guys saw it. But we're gonna do the family feud, something nice, something simple, something fun. I'm not gonna do any more pain and suffering. You know what I'm saying? That's just not, I had Santo win. I gave him his fake captain win. But no more pain and suffering. I'm trying to just keep it fun and cool. But yeah, good show. I appreciate y'all for coming up with me once again. I'm gonna get the business out once more, just like Santa would do. Patreon, members, Discord, join it all. We do a whole lot of cool things. I'm looking for the next gaming event I can kind of hold because I got some money I want to give to y'all. I like giving out money. So I'm looking for a gaming event. Discord, we talk about everything, man. Music, video games. We got comics, manga, sports. The sports conference be a little iffy. Some of y'all be tripping, but we talk about it all. Wrestling, you name it. And just support the channel. Leave a like, recommend it to your friend, drop a comment. Check us out on TikTok. Hate on all the work. Y'all know I be saying some hot takes. Come hate on me. I like being hated on. I find it fun. I be reading those comments and I be laughing. All support is good support. I appreciate everybody for coming around again. And let me play our little outro thing before we see if I can do it. Can I do it? 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 Play.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Black Sensei Society podcast. With that said, make sure you guys like the video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and turn a notification bell on so you never miss any content we like to drop. We want to do as much as possible, and if you want to join the community, you can also go to our Discord, go to our Linktree, and be a part of it. We have a lot of great conversations in there, and we're doing a lot of fun things in there, events, getting your opinions for content and videos, tournaments where we have cash prizes. So make sure you guys join the Discord and rate it 5 stars for the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We really do appreciate you as we continue on our grind. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. You have a good one. Peace.